with our youngest kids with pre-kindergarten programs. And then I want to be a good partner with our teachers. We've got to have high expectations and get results in helping our children. And I want to be sure that we put technical education back into high school, because there are good jobs out there waiting for young people with the skills to do them. It'll be important that we create an environment in which our police and our communities can work together and trust each other. I believe we are all safer when everyone has respect for the law and everyone is respected by the law. And that's what we're going to work for. We're also going to take common sense steps to reduce gun violence and save lives. This has nothing to do with the scare tactics coming from my opponent. Have you seen he's starting to wear a camo hat now? Really? We are going to work with responsible gun owners who understand that we've got to keep guns out of the hands of people who shouldn't have them in the first place. And while we create more safe communities, we want to invest in those communities. I want to continue the good work that our past two Democratic presidents have done. One named Clinton, one named Obama. And I want to be a really strong partner. I'll compete a little with them. I want to be a really strong partner with Detroit and other cities that are on the way back up to make sure you get the investment and the support, the housing, and the jobs that you need. But we also have to make sure our economy is fairer. That's why I believe we should raise the national minimum wage, because people who work full-time should not be left in poverty. And isn't it finally time to guarantee equal pay for women? This is not a woman's issue. If you have a wife, a mother, a daughter, or a sister who works, it's your issue. It's a family issue. And every time I talk about wanting to have affordable child care, paid family leave, equal pay for women, the other side accuses me of playing the woman's card. I'll tell you what, if standing up for equal pay is playing the woman's card, then deal me in. One of the other big challenges we're going to take on, I'm so excited about this. I'm really proud of the campaign that Bernie Sanders and I ran, because it was a campaign about issues. And what we decided after it was over is how we could work together to make sure that everybody who wants to go to college can afford not just to start, but actually to graduate. So we came up with a plan that if you go to a public college or university, you will go tuition free if your family makes less than $125,000 a year. And it will be debt free for everybody above that, so you don't go into debt. And for people who already have student debt, we're going to help you pay it down and pay it off to get out from under it. And I want especially to support historically black colleges and universities that have done so much to bring forth a leadership cadre in our country. Now this is just some of what we are offering in this campaign, because we really believe you need to look at what will happen after the election. You know, I had a friend say to me the other day, people are just frustrated and angry. I get that. I understand that. We had the worst economic collapse since the Great Depression in 08 and 09. Millions of people lost their jobs. Millions lost their homes. Family wealth was wiped out. That is a trauma. And people are still suffering and still climbing back from that. I get it. But I learned a long time ago from my late mother, anger is not a plan. Right? Be angry, vent about it, and then roll up your sleeves and get to work. That's what I will do. That's why we put this all down. It's on our website, HillaryClinton.com. It's in a book that Tim Kaine and I put out called Stronger Together. Because not only do I want you to know what I will try to do as your president, I want you to hold me accountable. I want you, when I come back to Detroit, which I will do, when I travel around Michigan, which I will do, I want you to say, well, how's it going getting those new jobs started? How much progress are we making on making sure college is affordable? I believe in making lists. Maybe it's a woman's thing. My husband said to me one time, you have lists of your lists. Well, I do, because I want to know what we're going to get done and how we can make progress together. And ultimately, this election really is about the kind of country we want for our kids, and in my case now, my grandkids. Are we really a nation that believes in freedom and justice for all? Are we really a nation that recognizes our best years can still be ahead of us if we make up our minds to have that be our goal? I believe we can do this together. My opponent at his convention said I alone can fix it. Well, no. Nobody alone does anything. When our founders met in Philadelphia, it wasn't one person creating our country. It was many people working together and fighting a revolution to get that democracy, and then to fight for civil rights and voting rights and workers' rights and women's rights and LGBT rights. None of them were won by one person alone. The American labor movement didn't happen because somebody one day said, I alone can make it happen. It took millions of people in every one of these movements marching and speaking out and sitting in. Barack Obama wasn't put into the White House by one person alone. It took everybody working and organizing and, yes, voting. That is how progress happens in America. So really, it all comes down to you, my friends. You have to vote. Our progress is on the line. Everything that has happened up until this point is on the line. I'm ready to defend and build on the progress that we've made. I'm proud I was a member of President Obama's cabinet. I'm proud that he and I are friends. But he knows and I know that American leadership, American presidents, it's like running a relay. You do your very best and then you pass off the baton and you just hope that the person you pass it off to doesn't drop to the ground or doesn't turn around and run back the way we came from, which is what my opponent is promising to do. Now, I've told the president that when he hands off the baton, he's going to have to bend over. He's a lot taller than I am. But I'm excited about what we can do. I know this has been a tough campaign. I've got people coming up to me saying they've got migraines they never had before. They have stomach aches that they don't know what they're going to do with. I get it. It has been, in many ways, a really tough campaign. But I'll tell you what, Michigan, you can make the difference. All I'm asking you is talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your co-workers, talk to everybody. If you have time to volunteer, go to HillaryClinton.com to volunteer or text JOIN, J-O-I-N, to 47246. Because when your children, and there are some beautiful children in this crowd here today, when your children or grandchildren ask what you did in 2016, when everything was on the line, I want you to be able to say, I voted for a better, stronger, fairer America.